Mission 3. Take towns, take the guy prisoner. I believe we should focus on getting a town early on. Definitely a city here. There are basic resource sites all over the place. I'd like to get a city before the week's out. There seems to be an underground network connecting these, maybe. Worthless hero. I'm not producing the troops that that my army is full of. Zealots. We have a tavern. Yes, we do. With the main hero, I'm trying to go after enemy cities as quickly as possible to neutralize them. At the same time, there are plenty of attribute increasing sites here, so I can't exactly leave them alone. There's very little fighting in the overland map. Irina. Hello, Irina. Neutralizing enemy heroes is one of the most important tasks. It's a good way to get rid of a lot of troops with very little effort. A lot of range units. Suddenly combat music, then no combat music, then restart combat music. Sure how long the blindness is gonna stay, a couple of turns. Be enough time for us to clear this bunch. The ones attacking the archers have to be a melee unit, so they'll tie them down. Actually, that's not the case. Probably a good idea. I'm guessing this is their main city. It should not be their only city though, so playing it out of the fight should not cause too many problems. This is their main hero. Duncan, knight level 18. Fantastic defensive values. Good armies. I'm not quite sure we have the forces to win this. Since we have the range unit advantage, I'm sort of hoping that we can weaken pretty much every other group except that one. Not outright play them out of the fight. Yeah, I can't cast the blind again, so once it runs out, that's it. The walls provide them still with substantial bonuses, so I don't want to rush in there. If I can fight their guys outside, I'll do massively more damage. Right, nothing here that happens is gonna have any real impact on the end result of this fight. So victory plus we play probably their better cities out of the fight. It's all good. Final stack left. Another city out, Duncan captured.
You I know, Alaric, and word of your butcher Laszlo has preceded him. But this, like other Inquisitors, you seem to have an unholy fetish for Iron Maidens.
I am Freda, Countess of the Unicorn Duchy and Lord High Constable of the Queen's armies. And you are about to lose your life. Or at the very least, your tongue.
Very good, Freda. Wait, you're Godric's daughter?
Amazing. You can actually add 1 + 1 and come up with 2.
Where is the child? Where is Prince Andre?
He is with an old friend among the dwarves of the Winterwind clan.
You traitor! Sending the Prince of the Realm off to rot in their grim mines?
Grim minds? Your ignorance shines like a beacon, Alaric. I'm surprised you don't attract moths.
Ignorant heretic! Freda, Laszlo, silence his mouth by removing his head.
I'll do things to you that will scare the trees.
Wait, he is a Duke of the Empire. Killing him will encourage the Queen's enemies.
True. What do you suggest?
Send him under guard to the capital. He will be at our mercy, away from his friends and allies.
Let me kill him.
No, Laszlo. Freda may be right. If we make a martyr of him, we may encourage other rebels. Very well. Come, Laszlo. We must speak with the Queen.
I knew that you were too beautiful to be so bloodthirsty.
A trite phrase from a trite man. It shows how little you know of women. Captain,
Yes, ma'am.
take him from here to Talongard by back roads. Let him guide you.
Understood.
Thank you. But why?
The longer I'm with those two, the more I question what is going on in the realm.
Join with me, then. With us. Fight them.
They hold my father. I must be patient.
I know Godric. In your place, he would not hesitate.
Saying is easier than doing. Good luck, Duncan.
To you as well, Freda. May we meet again.
These all towns, and that'll be the end. Another fairly short mission if you actually focus on the main mission. I'm not saying it as a bad thing. Fairly well developed city. You automatically get the spells already. Mass deflect missile. Right, we're gonna buy another hero. I need scouts. Primarily I need to know how many cities do they really have. That way I can control the last city and just keep completing the map until I'm satisfied. I also don't quite get what the underground passage even is for. Right, we'll make this our main fortress. There's really nothing to upgrade here though. Here we can use some very basic troops, and I don't think any of that's necessary, so I sort of question the wisdom of upgrading those cities too much. We have the troops we need to complete the entire map at this point, I'm sure of that. If they had maintained control of that city for longer, then maybe it could have been troublesome, but since we played it out to fight now, I think we're pretty much set. If this creature has walked more than 2 tiles when attacking, it also inflicts half damage on the stack standing in the line of attack immediately behind the primary target. So it's sort of a dragon breath attack. But no matter what I do have to contain the enemy, so I need to locate the next city. There's also a decent chance he'll have another, at least occasionally well-developed city. Ah, rubbish enemies. Could I take normal archers? No. The elemental stockpile might be somewhat interesting. It's not always resources that are stockpiled there. We don't have a lot of resources, so I'm sort of questioning the logic of building unit structures. We might be able to build a handful of the useful melee skills though. Will you bet they still have at least 2 cities left? Right, forgot about that. Good way to kill your own units. Not the fault of the game, though I'm sort of used to only dragons having that sort of ability. And I don't really care about the casualties. We seem to be getting additional red troops whenever we go, so the blues are not compatible anyway. Expert light magic. Might not be useful this second, but it's good to have ready when we need it. This is not a particularly well developed town. It's likely they'll might even be the last one they have, although I think they have one at the center. Definitely. It's not much of a town. It has a fort. The army in there is pathetic. I'm not sure I want to take it. This is fortification none. Okay, this is still better than that one. It doesn't even have a wall. We need a non-main hero character sort of blocking them. They'll definitely go after cities. Can easily kill one of them. The second seem to be gathering troops. Better this way. Our main hero is the one who needs the experience anyway. Shitty level 1 hero. Probably should try to upgrade things a little bit. Might have to ferry extra troops to the guy sort of bottlenecking the enemy. It'll just more or less simplify things for me. Something's happening. Scouts report that rebels have reclaimed one of the captured mines. It is necessary to protect all captured mines. At least 10 footmen or comparable troops are required to protect each mine. It's not an actual objective, but yeah, I don't care too much. We're not in any way reliant on the resources produced by these. This is not a good place. I guess we bottlenecked them well enough there. We more or less know what the map offers at this point. We don't have stone. That's why everything is halted as far as construction is concerned. Right. We can't really buy extra troops either. So I'd say he's fairly well played out at the fight at this point. He has this retaking mechanic that is sort of working for him. I don't think it'll make that much of an impact. Trying to get these type of units to it. We'll hold on to the red ones. We do sort of want level ups, so I don't want to dismiss fighting altogether, but we really want the attribute bonuses. There might be some interesting things underground, but even this looks sort of uninteresting overall. Enemy-wise, I haven't noticed anything particularly interesting, so we'll probably be fine with this army. Divine Strength. I care all that much about anything we can do. Extra spells would probably be more useful than anything else, and there's a limit how much we can do that. Just have to occasionally send someone to pick troops. Okay, we have the blonde women that keep everyone under control. Use Freya to up the attribute bonuses. First, +1 spell power. We're mainly looking to increase range attack capabilities. Actually, if we can get better things, we'll take them. Lacking stone. There's knowledge +1 there. I also want to visit the witch's hut. There's a good chance it doesn't provide anything particularly useful, but it might. We're constantly losing mines though. Right, level 3 is the maximum we can do, and it doesn't provide any adventure spells. Righteous Might, Endurance, I'm not sure if we have those. I still want to fight because we're lacking in level ups. Not sure if it's gonna lead to anything, but we might as well try to get as much experience through that means as possible. There's really no downside to at least try. We are missing some war machines with the Guardian we have in place. I'm not sure what machines those are, by all of them. Demons? Mass Divine Strength. That alone is worth it. First aid. Okay. Manual control of the first aid tent restores the first aid tent after battle if it was destroyed. I'd really like to know how much does it heal. Oh, it's around 10 points if you don't have the actual skill. So basically worthless. Yeah, Rebel sick mine. I think we might have 2 levels of a major skill in one speed that we might be interested in upgrading. Beyond that, we have no use for the resources. Level 20 could be the maximum level. Seems reasonable at least. That will get anything new spell-wise. Right, this pretty much clamps them down permanently. Defense. Knowledge +1 was somewhere here too. Were those the only? Yeah, those are the only top side ones at least. Still, we do want to get to level 20, and that requires fighting. Recall anything particularly interesting out here? There's maybe the spell there. Looks like a couple of treasure sites. That's it, so nothing particularly interesting. 2 attribute points and a couple of treasure sites. So more or less we'll go after the experience and go after the treasure sites, leave things at that. We'll also need to use the main hero to attack the last city, just in case they've made some useful upgrades there. We need to try to get Righteous Might. We probably have a mass version of it already. Just need to get the actual spell. It's just noticed the spellbook is sort of a mess. Previously they were grouped by spell type. Like is it a destruction spell, light spell or dark spell, but now they're all over the place. I think they might be in the order you gain the spells, which is not particularly useful at all. Again, another, yeah. Higher level spells come before lower level spells. Mass cleansing is here, but cleansing is here. So definitely the order you gained access to the spellbook. So again, another weird change from the core game, because I had no complaints about the spellbook in the core game, but this is just a fucking mess. It's not in any kind of sensible order that you would want. Now the same spell basically can be in the opposite ends of the spellbook, and it makes no sense to order things based on that. That's terrible. Are we casting something? The interesting treasure sites were underground, but they're not particularly interesting. The main interest towards them comes from the fact that we might get a level up if we do it that way. What the fuck are you even doing? How was this your first? Oh, for God's sake. I just wanted to reach this woman. Not sure how we got underground passage as our first choice. Now we're going all the way there. I have no clue what the game is thinking here. Ooh, didn't think we had endurance. We probably have mass versions of those too, but the game didn't really show those. Yeah, mass endurance. Mass righteous might. Considering what type of creatures you often have here, we probably want to spread around a little bit. Ooh, perfectly killed my own troops. Oh, for fuck's sake. I can't wrap my head around the fact that he attacked through the enemy. That said, it doesn't matter. The enemy groups here are too weak for it to matter. Yeah, just standard resources, maybe some experience and money. So this knowledge +1, defense +1. It's a wrap. Well, hopefully things will go that way. Shitty artifacts, 5,000 gold. No, it's not a shitty artifact. It's not just isn't particularly useful. As long as our troops are enough to get the 2 attribute bonuses, that's good enough. The blocking troop has enough forces in it that we can borrow those if we need it for the final fight. Water elementals. Annoying, but not really all that dangerous. There seem to be random groups of rebels being spawned almost constantly. They're more of an infinite source of experience than a threat, though. We can resurrect things now with the healing tent. I did not realize that's possible. That's a drastic usefulness change for that particular thing. Right, there's not really anything we can do anymore. We could, I really would like to get to level 20 at least. Allows manual control of the catapult. Catapult gains 1 extra shot. Restores ammo card after battle if it was destroyed. I don't actually know what you can fire with the catapult. I am assuming just the walls. It was the reason I'm sort of iffy about the catapult. It's not just that about the lack of city battles. It's that even when you could sort of target it in the earlier games, it's not like you can target it all that reliably. So if you fire it on a turret, it's not guaranteed that it will actually shoot at the turret. I think it has a percentage chance that it will actually shoot at it. It is vastly better than not having the skill, but it doesn't mean it'll function perfectly. I'm curious to see how good it is though. And we have a nice testing fight coming along. There's no fortifications. Excellent. Maximum level? Not even close. There isn't really all that many ways to get experience unless I just keep killing the shitty troops over and over and over again, and I really don't want to do that. So we'll just move and end this. Still another weird sort of mission. Also the pathfinding is weird. It doesn't seem to be evading fights anymore. So you have to be very careful about using the automatic pathfinding. It's another oddity added to a long list of oddities that are basically this expansion sort of feels like it was developed on an earlier version of the core game. That's why it's missing some of the fine-tuning quality of life improvements. Earlier build. I have no idea if there's any truth in that, it's just how it feels. Because fundamental things are just worse, and I can't think of anyone playing the game and thinking that the expansion system used here is somehow better. I mean that you would put actual effort into creating this instead of the first one. I mean this isn't god awful, it just lacks the polish of the first. Still, let's wrap on this one. Mission 4, Negotiations. Triumphant war against the rebels is almost over. What's needed now is to arrange the extradition of Prince Andre, who has fled to the lands of the Griffin Empire's northern neighbors. You doubt that the dwarves, impressed by the might of the Imperial army, could do anything other than deliver up their last demonis to the Empire's Inquisition. Mage guild level 1, which is useless. Also, it saves like 5 wood and 5 stone, which is nothing. 20 crystal is a significant amount, but the champions the Red Haven troops offer are good, very good. Nothing plot related. 2-level map. Okay in size, not huge, but decent in size. Multiple defense forces. We are not getting through these. Also, I have no idea what their troops actually do, so fighting these fights would be extremely risky. To me, it looks like you're meant to bypass these borders by going underground. Probably. Talked with Dwarven garrison. Freda must survive. Eliminate rebels. Clean all territory of rebel troops and capture their town. So a single enemy town lost a lot of spread troops.